Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kim and this is Expedition 3 Pages, and today is another round of Tales from Two Trails. So before we start, I just want to let you guys know that I have had the most horrendous reading month. My TBR for April was huge and I failed. I've massively failed, but I do have an excuse. So I had some dental work done and yeah, it was quite involved, I guess, and it just left me in agony for like a week and a half, and I'm still in pain now, not gonna lie, but at least I'm able to read now, which is good. In the first week I could barely pick a book up because I couldn't concentrate, I was just in too much pain. But anyway, you guys did amazing as usual, so I'm just gonna jump straight into the game so we can see what happened. Hey guys, so here's the board. This is where I left off, right up here on genre pick, and we can't even see you guys because you're almost at the bottom. And you are just coming out of the lake on mood read, just right here. So yeah, let's see how we did in the month of April, reading wise. Prompt number 1 was to fulfill a goal of your choice, goal number 2, or to finish a book you've already started, and that's what I was using as well. So for this, I haven't finished a book. I mean, can you believe it? It's one of the easiest prompts here and I haven't done it, so I'm taking a step back. Not a great start. Okay, so let's go back down to you guys, and you guys for goal number 2 or finish book you've already started and put down, you guys did considerably better than me. No surprises there. So first up we've got Amy from Starr Reads, who read Radiant Sweetgrass by Robin Wall Kimmerer. Then we have Abby, who read Blood Kissed by Kerry Arthur, and that was for a goal of to read 23 books in 2023. Next up we've got Natalie from Nat Cat's Bookish Cafe, who read A Long Way to a Small Angry Planet by Becky Chambers, and that was for 20 books in 2023 and Vlog Squad Challenge as well. Amanda read Beartown by Frederick Backman. Ashley from Ashley's Media Addiction had the goal to read more sequels, and she read Blood and Gold by Anne Rice. Jessica had a goal to read books purchased before 2023, and she read Amari and the Night Brothers by B.B. Alston. bushehrnoshishi read And Then There Were None by Agatha Christie, and that was for their goal to read books and then watch the corresponding adaptations, which I really love that prompt. It's really cool. Dee read Life on Earth by David Attenborough. Louisa read Platinum by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. Michelle from Reading on My Breaks read Sweet Little Lies by Kaz Freya, and that was for the goal of reading all her Book of the Month books in 2023. Ruby from Ruby read Briefly A Delicious Life by Nell Stevens. Michelle S. read My Mechanical Romance by Alexine Farrell Falmouth. And finally June read Babel by R.F. Kuang. So yeah, loads of you guys fulfilled that prompt. I was very impressed. Goal number 2 was to read a book featuring water. And for this, I'm definitely going to count it, but I'm going to cut to me telling you why I'm going to count it, even though technically I didn't finish it in the time, and I'm taking my step forward. Okay, my claim to having used this book for a step forward when I haven't finished it yet. So I already explained about the dental situation, which was horrible. This book is really hard going, like, to read. I think it's like 100 times more intelligent than I am, and I just don't understand everything. And so it takes absolutely forever to read anyway, even though it's really small. This is Passage of Tears by Abdurrahman Awaberi, by the way. And yeah, I am enjoying it in parts. I definitely like tapped a lot more at the start of the book. I had a lot more thoughts, and the second half of the book I'm just a bit confused. I'm just really confused, so I don't really know what's happening yet, and I'm looking forward to talking to Emily about this when we have our live show to see if we can like piece together what's actually going on with certain bits. I do know what some stuff is. But anyway, I'm so close to the end now. I'm currently on page 196, but it is like the 28th of April, so it's past deadline of the 25th of April, but I am going to finish it by the end of the month, and I'm going to count it because I've been injured, and yeah, I'm going to take my sick days past the number of days that I was supposed to use. I'm sure you guys will be absolutely fine with that, but yeah, I'm going to use this for a step forward. Okay, for you guys... Oh, I didn't give you a step forward, sorry. There you go, I gave you a step forward for passing the other one. Reading a book featuring water on the cover or in the story, we have Amy from Starr Reads read The Lightning Thief by Rick Riordan. Amanda read The Old Man and the Sea by Ernest Hemingway. Natalie read Cherish Farah by Bethany C. Marrow. Danny from Somber Honey Books read Delicious Monsters by Liselle Sambry. Jessica read Tin Man by Sarah Winman. bushehrnoshishi read The Island at the End of Everything by Kieran Millward Hargrave. Dee read The Adventures of Amina al-Sirafi. I don't have the author's name for that one. I didn't get it for some reason, but I'll put it on the screen. Heather read Beneath Black Sails by Claire Sager. Virginia read The Midnight Watch by David Dyer. Whitney from Tiber's Den read The Dragon's Promise by Elizabeth Lim. Louisa read Hemlock Island by Kelly Armstrong. Michelle from Reading on My Breaks read Savage Lands by Stacey Marie Brown. Ruby read The Retreat by Sarah Pearce. June read The Last Kingdom by Bernard Cornwall. And Cristilyn read Where the Drowned Girls Go by Shauna Maguire. And that is another step forward for you guys. Okay, next up is YouTube feed, and for this I was supposed to read the 10,000 Doors of January. However, I did not complete it in time, and so I'm taking another step back. And on to you guys. This one actually, as the month was going on, I wasn't sure if you guys were going to get 5, but spoiler, you proved me wrong again. Okay, first up we have Danny from Some Honey Books, who read The Scapegraces by H.A. Clark. And the YouTuber that she got that from was Paige from Pages with Paige. Jessica read Love at First Sight by Cara Bastone. Dee read Spy Family Volume 2, Spy Times Family Volume 2. bushehrnoshishi read Truly Devious by Maureen Johnson. Louisa read The Frugal Wizard's Handbook for Surviving Medieval England by Brandon Sanderson. Cristilyn read All the Beauty in the World, The Metropolitan Museum of Art and Me by Patrick Bringley. Michelle from Reading on My Breaks read Bunny by Mona Awad. And Carissa read The Spite House by Johnny Compton, and that was from the channel Books and Lala. I really like that prompt, and I feel sad I didn't finish my book for it, but I am going to read it. It's just I haven't finished it yet. Okay, prompt number 4 was to read a book by a favourite author, and I did actually complete this one. So I read Cat's Meat, which is a short story by Robin Hobb, who is my favourite author, and so I can take another step forward. Okay, back to you guys. Oh, did I give you a step forward? I'm getting confused with my things. Sorry, I don't think... Right, we're on prompt number 4, and you've only moved... Let's move you another step forward. I've got very confused about this. Right, you were here, you completed 1, 2, and 3. Yep, so you're there. I don't know what's happened. Okay, first up we have Abby, who read When He's Torn by Suzanne Wright. Amanda, who read The Apple by Michael Faber. Natalie from Nat Cat's Bookish Cafe read Unwind by Neil Schusterman. Danny from Somber Honey Books read The Battle of Scandia by John Flanagan. bushehrnoshishi read The Strange Case of the Alchemist's Daughter by Theodora Goss. Jessica read The Heartstopper Yearbook by Alice Osman. Heather read Bad Boys After Dark, Dylan by Melissa Foster. Virginia read Don't Fear the Reaper by Stephen Graham Jones. And Louisa read Alice in Zombieland by Gina Showalter. So yeah, another step forward for you guys. Okay, prompt number 5 was to read a science fiction book. And I did not complete this. I was supposed to complete Sea of Tranquility, but I didn't read it in the end. And so I have to move a step back. It was a bad reading month, guys. It was bad. I'm sure I've explained to you by now what's happened, but yeah, it was not great. Okay, back to you guys. We have Abby read Summer Frost by Blake Crouch. Natalie from Nat Cat's Bookish Cafe and Jessica both read The Vanished Birds by Simon Jimenez. I'm not sure how to pronounce that, sorry. Danny from Summer Honey Books read The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy by Douglas Adams. bushehrnoshishi read Metal Chest by Chris Yee. Dee read Fuzzy Nation by John Scalzi. Heather read Mechanical Angel by Sarah Shanning. Virginia read Zone 1 by Colson Whitehead. Whitney from Tiber's Den read Winter by Marissa Meyer, which I absolutely loved. Loved that series. It was so good. Louisa read These Broken Stars by Amy Kaufman and Megan Spooner. Michelle from Reading on My Breaks read The Undefeated by Una McCormack. Michelle S. read Halo, Ghosts of Onyx by Eric Nyland. June read Iron Gold by Pierce Brown. And Cristilyn read Saga Volume 6 by Brian K. Vaughan and Fiona Staples. So that is another step forward. Okay, and finally we have Mood Read, and for this I read the only book that I could bear to read when I was in a lot of pain after going to the dentist, and that was My Brother's Husband, which I can't remember the name of the author now, and I've taken the book back to the library. I didn't write it down, but I'll put it on the screen as always, and that is a step forward. I absolutely adored this book, by the way. It was so nice, and I'm definitely going to read volume 2. I actually only read it because I'm taking part in Genreathon, which is run by Whitney from Tibbura's Den, and for the month of March, actually, even though I read it in April, was to read either a memoir or a manga, and I thought because I've never read a manga before, I'd give it a go, and I absolutely loved it. I found it really fun, and it was just so adorable, and yeah, had a lot going on in it as well, like serious stuff, but yeah, it was a good first manga experience, that's for sure. So yeah, thanks Whitney for that, pushing me through that, it was good. Okay, so let's shimmy on back to you guys and the lake. Oh, you've gone down, but you're here. It's all good. Okay, so Mood Read. We have Amanda, who read Cigars of the Pharaoh by Hergé. Natalie read Escaping from Houdini by Kerry Maniscalco. Ashley from Ashley's Media Addiction read The Wickeds by Gail Forman. Jessica read Blood Mercy by Vida Roth. Oh, I didn't write who read this, but I think I remember it was Amanda from Amanda Plays Sims, who read Remote Control by Nedia Corafor. I'm pretty sure that's right. I'm sorry if I got that wrong. I'm pretty sure that's right. bushehrnoshishi read Sweep of the Heart by Elena Andrews. Dee read The Rose and the Dagger by Renee Adier. Heather read Diamonds and Dirt Roads by Erin Nicholas. Virginia read Henry Himself by Stuart Onan. Whitney from Tibbura's Den read War by Laura Thalassa. Louisa read Moon Called by Patricia Briggs. Michelle from Reading on My Breaks read Devil of Dublin by B.B. Easton. Ruby from Ruby read The Haunting of Tram Car 15 by P. Jelly Clark. I'm not sure how to pronounce the first name for that one, sorry about that. Michelle S. read Into the Wild by Erin Hunter. Starr Bevenour read Skip Beat Volume 46, which I think that's like the highest book number I've ever seen. June read Neverwhere by Neil Gaiman. And finally, Brittany read The Iron Butterfly by Chanda Han. And yeah, that's everything, but that is definitely more than 5 people that read that one. And so you've moved another step forward. And you are so close to the end and the giveaway, which is pretty exciting. And I don't even want to talk about my guy. So let's move on and do some rolls and see what happens. Okay, so my phone is playing up, so I can't actually record the rolls properly. So I'm just going to have to do some cutting to... Maybe if I can move it down, actually. I think I'm just going to roll on the board, which isn't ideal because it's not... Or maybe if I do this. Right, I'm going to do this for each roll. Not ideal, my phone is not playing today. I'm going to do my first roll for this guy. Roll number 1 and see what we get. 6! Can you believe it? Can you see that? I don't know if you can see it. 6. Okay, fine. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And if we're going to be using these prompts, the first prompt will be fiction. Okay, so let's see if this finishes the game or if you end up on this square here, which sends you all the way back to here. We could be going round a few times. This is for prompt number 4 if we're using prompts, and it is 6. Nope, 1, 2, 3, 4. And you've won the game! Yeah! Congratulations! I think we all knew from the start that this may happen. And there's the 6. Oh, I don't know if you saw, but did you see the roll? Maybe not, but there's the 6. I'm not going to re-roll. You won fair and square. You guys won the game. Congratulations. I mean, it was pretty obvious that was going to happen, but there was always a chance that my guy could have brought it back. He just didn't. Anyway, so this is really exciting because this now means that we can do, or I can do, my giveaway. And so what I've decided to do, I think I did mention this in the beginning when I first mentioned that I would do a giveaway if you guys won. I am going to be using Amazon, which I know is not ideal, but I do think it's the only way I know of to be like secure at the moment, because if I go through Amazon to buy somebody a book, then that means that I don't have to know anybody's details or home address or, personal details, stuff like that. I don't have to worry about having any of that information. And it's quite worldwide, isn't it? So I'm hoping that this means that a lot more of you can enter as long as Amazon ships to your country and I can buy it for you through Amazon wishlist, then you can enter the competition, which is exciting. So linked in the description, I've put a Google form down there for you to fill out, and literally just all you're filling out is your username on YouTube and a link to your wish list so that I can use it to buy you a book, and then a space for any comments if you have anything. The only reason I've done it through Google Forms is because I want to practice putting information from a form into a spreadsheet, just because I've never done that before, so I thought it would be a nice way for me to see how all that works. So it should be live now, so if you click on it in the description, then you can enter the giveaway. And so it is going to be staying open until Friday the 12th of May at 5 to midnight, and then I will close the form down. So yeah, that's the 12th of May at 5 to midnight BST time. I will be closing the form down. So you have until then. That's quite a long time to enter if you want to. And then at some point soon after that, I will do a random number generator and I will pick a winner and I will choose a book within reason from that wish list. So I would say it will probably be like the price of like a standard paperback book is what I'm kind of looking for. So yeah, this is of course not affiliated with YouTube or Amazon in any way. This is all me, and yeah, nothing to do with any other company basically, which I think I have to say for legal reasons. So yeah, this is exciting. However, when I was thinking about, I need to do the giveaway, I did remember that I also said that if you guys won, that you can pick what I read for the next month. And that if I won, I got to choose whatever I wanted to read for the next month. Okay, so you guys have won. And I'd totally forgotten about this until like the last couple of days. And I was like, oh, damn, I need to sort this out. So if you would like to suggest a book for me to read in the month of May, then please do comment it down below. And I will be randomly generating comments throughout the month, and from that comment I will choose a book. So if you wanted to suggest one book, then I have to read that book, as long as I can get it for free or I already own it. That's my only thing, because I'm not really in a position to be buying books at the moment. So yeah, as long as it's easily accessible for me in some way, or at least very cheap if I do have to buy it. Yeah, so you can suggest one book to me and I could read that one, or you could suggest like a bunch of different books and then I can have my pick if that comment comes up. So yeah, if you want to be kind of more lenient towards me, then you could like name a few books and then I can pick from that. Anyway, you get the idea. So my plan is, I'm basically a terrible vlogger, but my plan is I will update you every single week with how my reading's gone and show you me choosing a comment and picking a book, and we'll go from there. And then what I'm planning to do is using however many books I read that have been suggested by you guys. For each book I read, I will get 1 point. And then when it comes to playing the next round from Tales from Two Trails, where it's me versus you, I will be rolling a dice for you to see if you can roll higher than the amount of points that I have gained from reading books suggested by you in May. If you roll higher than the amount of books I've read, then you will start on the green trail. If I read more books than you roll, then I start on the green trail. That's what I'm going to do. I don't think I'm going to be playing Tales from Two Trails until July. I think June is going to be a bit of a reset month for me and just catching up on different things that I don't get to read in May. And yeah, we'll be starting again in July. I will be tweaking the game a little bit. I do have some ideas, but I will talk all that through when I do the July TBR video, which I'm very excited about because I think it will be fun. So yeah, I'm going to put in some clips in a second just of my owned TBR, like my physical books, if you wanted to pick any of those for me to read. But you can suggest anything you like. So yeah, anything you want, you can put on here. There are 3 books though that I am going to read in the month of May that you haven't told me to read. And that's just because they're either buddy reads or it's a book club book that I need to get to. So I'm going to be reading those, which is only a hindrance to me, to be honest, because it's going to mean that I can't gain a point for that book, you know. So these are the 3 books here that I'm going to have to read in the month of May. The first one is Villette. I don't know how to pronounce the title of this one. This is by Charlotte Bronte, and I'm reading this for the book club that I do with some friends and family. This one I have to get read by the 14th of May, so I will be reading this one. Secondly, I'm doing a buddy read in May with Marlene of The Convenience Store Woman, so I will be reading this one too. This is very short though, so this shouldn't take up too much time, she says, the slowest reader in the world. And finally, Hollowpox. I'm going to be reading this with my partner this month because we're so behind on this series. We were meant to read this whenever it came out, like 2 years ago. I even bought it in hardback. That's how eager we were to read this, and then we never did. So we have plans to read this in May. So this is the other book that will be getting in the way of me reading books suggested by you guys. So yeah, only 3, so it shouldn't be too bad. April was a really bad reading month. However, I do usually read around 5 or 6 books a month. So let's hope I can get more than 2 points towards the rolls for the next game, but we'll see how it goes. Anyway, I'm going to stop chatting now and I will clip over to my books to see if you wanted to pick any of them. So yeah, just to recap, if you would like to suggest me a book, please write it down in the comment section. If you would like to enter the giveaway, however, click on the Google form and fill out the form. I'll be closing the form on the 12th of May at 5 to midnight BST time. And yeah, good luck if you enter. Like I said before as well, I will be trying to vlog or doing some sort of updates every week. And so I will be announcing the winner in the update vlog that comes after the closing date for the form. So yeah, whenever my next video is for that, I will be announcing the winner. Okay, thank you very much everyone. Good luck, and I will see you in the next video. Take care everyone. Bye.